Right here, gentlemen. Okay, both corners. Belts are a little high, so I'm going to go here and here, all right? You got my instructions in the back. Protect yourselves at all times. Listen to my commands. Touch them up. Back to your corner, gentlemen.
All right, as you can see, the Hall of Famer, Freddie Roach, 7-time Boxing Writers Association of America Trainer of the Year, and of course, as I mentioned, the International Box Fame back in 2012 in the corner of the Dominican kid, Rodriguez. He is a southpaw, and Freddie Roach is very, very excited about this kid. Said, oh, the last time I was excited about a very powerful southpaw that walked into my gym, he turned out to be pretty good, a la Manny Pacquiao. So not comparing Rodriguez to him quite yet, but Freddie said this kid is something special.
Well, this kid ought to be special. I mean, see all the international tournaments and silver medalists and gold medals he's got.
Yeah, he has had a tremendous amateur career. He was a silver medalist at the 2018 Central American Caribbean Games, Independence Cup, all around the world in terms of amateur tournaments for the past 8 years, and has finally decided to, at 23 years old, 22 since he's been a pro for just a year now, to start making some money with his skills. So you see him in the red, green, and black trunks against the opponent from Chile, Noviembre, in the blue and white trunks.
You know, doing the homework. You know, when you study these fighters, you kind of look at him. He got good characteristics as a fighter. You can tell he got a lot of amateur experience.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Yeah, and you can see right now he starts off with 2 jabs, varying up the jab, already throwing 1 strong jab to the body.
I like the way he's taking his time. He's looking for that great shot, that one good jab to set up something big.
Come on.
Don't get Luis. Don't sleep on him. Yeah, don't sleep on him because he likes to jump in with a right hand kind of wide. And if you're not careful, it'll land. And
he actually throws the jab with some power too. He uses that sometimes as a power punch as well. So it's something to look out for as he continues to pressure. Rodriguez, as you mentioned, patient, taking his time.
Real patient. As you see that 1-2 Rodriguez threw. That came straight down the pipe. The left hand did, just like that. I'm looking for that might be the punch of the night.
Doesn't feel like night out here yet, Bomac. You and I are out here sweating in the sun at the Dignity Health Sports Park. It's just calling fights here. We call it the War Grounds. Just such a fantastic place to watch boxing. But the temperature shift from the first bouts here early at 3:32. When we get closer to our main event at 8:30, we'll have a blanket and a beanie on. So as Noviembre continues to come forward, doing a good job fighting from the center of the ring, but just hasn't landed too many flush punches on Rodriguez, the southpaw.
Well, you know, that could come from the height, too, you know, because, he's shorter than Rodriguez.
About a 3.5 inch.
Yeah. Then Rodriguez, he do have good legs on him. He know how to use his range off his jab, use his legs.
Good exchange here in the last 10 seconds here of this first round. And a good right hand body shot for Rodriguez to end that round. So picked up the action a little bit there towards the end of the first round. Bomac.
Yeah, Luis he started doing a little bit of the pressure. Actually caught Rodriguez on the end of that last exchange there. Rodriguez looked at him and acknowledged that, hey, good job.
As we mentioned, Hall of Famer Freddie Roach in the corner of Rodriguez, along with Julian Chua, who has been training Gilberto Ramirez, Zurdo, as of late. So some familiar faces. That's a lot of good years of experience there. And in Luis's corner, Renato Garcia, Sao Ochoa. And,
practice the shooting,
Ricardo
right? Shooting into his
Mario
left, hit him in the
Garcia.
stomach, right? Get to his side.
I mean, I got to have a great feeling to have Freddie Roach. You know, your first couple fights and learning from a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, Elvis said his idols in boxing are fellow Puerto Rican Tito Trinidad and, of course, Manny Pacquiao. So it's a dream come true, he said, to be working at the Wild Card Gym with Freddie Roach. And Freddie said that, I'm so happy that this kid walked in the gym because he's here, he's so focused, he works so hard, and he feels like he will be one of his next world champions. And that's a good feeling when you see that in a kid that's only 4-0-1. It's only his 6th professional fight.
Watch his feet, gentlemen.
This fight scheduled for 6 super lightweights, 140-pound division.
I like to see Rodriguez, you know, you see how he's measuring with his jab. He's coming down the pipe with his left hand just like that.
Good 1-2.
I like to see him turn that left hand over or under or bring it around.
Back to the jab for Rodriguez. It's a good combination right there.
You see how he brought that
combination.
left under?
He brought it under to the body right there.
Exactly.
Yep. Norambuena answers with a combination of his own. Strong jab from Rodriguez.
Rodriguez looked like most of his punches got firepower on them, but it's not affecting Luis, not much.
Norambuena has never been stopped as a pro. He does have 4 losses, but they've all been by decision, and he won his last fight after losing the previous 4. So looking to double back on that win and start to make some noise here in Southern California, where he's had a few of his professional fights outside of Chile. As action heats up here in round 2, Norambuena is swinging a little bit more wild. You can tell kind of the difference in the pedigree in terms of their amateur experience when you even just see the way that they throw punches. Rodriguez is a little more crisp with his punches.
And then I like the way Rodriguez, how he stayed on the inside and went on the inside of Luis's punches.
That's getting that timing down a little bit more. And this is only the second round. Second round of 4. Or excuse me, this fight actually is going to be scheduled for 6 rounds.
Luis is probably a little gun shy now because, you know, Rodriguez, that jab is just so crisp and nice, and it's placed in the right spot every time he throws it.
He throws some good combinations off the jab, but Bomac for Rodriguez has just been more of just a 1-2, a 2-punch combination at most. He hasn't, you know, doubled up on that jab and come with another punch yet. Maybe, you know, we'll pick up the punch count on those combinations, but it seems to be working so far for him, though.
It could also be like...
There he goes, a nice right uppercut lands at the 10-second bell, and a strong finish to round 2 from Norambuena. I mean, excuse me, for Rodriguez.
You know, Rodriguez hurt Luis at the end with that uppercut hook. Kind of stumbled going back to the ropes.
Yeah, that came.
The ref asked him, "You all right?"
Timing for him, yeah. Of course he's good, because he's going to have a little rest right now to recover from that. And we talked about setting that up, Bomac, everything off the jab.
Yeah. See how he taps with the jab just for a range finder.
Right now, it looks like he's winning, so break it down.
And then, of course, the best shot from Rodriguez in that round was that uppercut.
That straight left from that uppercut. And look how he steps backwards, you know, try to get some distance in between. That's experience. You know, you learn that young when you're in the gym.
Seconds out, mouthpiece in, let's go.
Round 3, scheduled for 6. The Dominican kid Rodriguez has not been past the 3rd round in his professional career. He has won every fight, either by knockout, and he had a 1-round fight that ended up being stopped from a headbutt, so it was a no decision, no contest.
Looked like Rodriguez wants to stay in the pocket this round.
Good work here. Crisp punches being thrown by Rodriguez.
Off the jab, and measurement.
And he hooks off that jab, too, with that same lead hand. As Norambuena just continues to put pressure, and it's been effective for him. He may throw 6 punches, land 1 or 2, but that's where he's been able to be more effective. When he lets Rodriguez have the distance, he's eating that jab.
Yeah. And I know I was riding over with Brad Goodman. He was speaking very highly of Rodriguez. He really liked this kid. He said this kid gonna be something.
Beautiful combination, strong right hand hooking downstairs and back upstairs. And Norbania comes back with a wild combination of his own. But look, that's going to be the only way that's going to keep him in this fight right now, is if he continues to move forward like that and throw those punches. His best chance is to try to catch Norbania. You're not going to outbox him.
Yeah, well, that's the key word, is the best chance.
Oh, and he eats another right hand uppercut from Rodriguez.
But when you're Rodriguez and you got the experience that he has,
amateur experience, yeah.
Staying in the pocket, countering underneath, coming around, setting up everything up off the jab.
And Norbania lands a right hand to the body. Rodriguez loves that right uppercut.
You know, Rodriguez got the characteristics of
and hurt him again with that uppercut. He's doing a lot of work just with that right hand, as he seems to have Norbania in the most trouble that he's been in so far. And as I mentioned, he has not seen a fight go past 3 rounds, as the mouthpiece came out of Norbania. Referee Thomas Taylor walks him back to the corner. Fatigue setting in a little bit, got hurt some of those uppercuts, maybe punched the mouthpiece out there. If anything, he has a chance to catch his breath for a minute, as Elvis continues to work the body.
Great body shots, just the way he is placing them.
That lead right hand, I mean, he's using, he's
nice
loving,
right hook.
It's working for him, that right hook and the right uppercut.
This is where Luis don't really want to be in the middle, not throwing any punches. What we call it is mid-range. He's right there in mid-range where Rodriguez can get his shots off.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about the best shot that he has in terms of trying to win this fight is to continue to come forward and just try to throw as many punches as he can. But he's getting tagged, as Elvis, the Dominican kid Rodriguez, has found his stride through 3 rounds and will now see the 4th round for the first time as a professional. And as I mentioned, Norbania has never been stopped as a pro in his 9 fights. So they matched him against an opponent that will help him get some good work, that will throw punches. But Rodriguez, you can just see, has dominated through 3 rounds so far, and this is why.
Just the combinations that Rodriguez is throwing, and where he's sitting at when he's throwing. Either he's taking a half a step back, finding his range, or he's staying right in the pocket, catches Luis coming in.
4. Back up.
Now you want to think, okay, if Luis is not going to progress anymore in this fight, you might want to have the corner stop the fight, because he's not, last year we didn't have some bad fights.
Rodriguez is trying not even to let the corner get to that decision, as he's trying to get knockout number 5 on his record. And the mouthpiece, again, something's going on there with the mouthpiece. I think Thomas Taylor is going to take a good look at Norbania right now and probably wants him to show him a little bit, show him a little something before he maybe steps in and stop this fight. He's got to throw a punch here, as Elvis is just continuing to dominate.
You see that little touch jab hold.
And almost a knockdown. It looks like the rep, and Thomas Taylor does the right thing. He stops in and saves Norbania from any more punishment. And the Dominican kid, Elvis Rodriguez, adds another knockout to his record now. 5 wins, 5 knockouts for Elvis, the Dominican kid, Rodriguez. Well, I said he'd never been past 3, so now he can, round 4, a few seconds into round 4, and this was the combination bow here, right here, when he had him up against the ropes that finished the fight.
See how he went to the body, threw the right hook to the body, then he came up with the right hook upstairs, and then he just repeated that 1-2, 1-2, and I see the ref stepped in, which was a good stop.
Yeah, absolutely, I don't think anyone's going to argue that. I told Steve Kim that I would quote him on his tweet about the Dominican kid before the fight. He said he's the best power-hitting lefty out of the Dominican since David Papi Ortiz. So he won. He didn't jinx him, and he's got
Another win in the win column. We'll be back with the particulars on the